You ever go back to a movie you swore was amazing, only to realize that when you rewatched it, it didn't hold up? Yeah, that was me with The Notebook. It was quite devastating. I didn't see it happen. It made me rethink why I liked it in the first place. So let's break it down like I always do by answering three different categories: the one thing I loved, the one thing I hated, and the one thing I would change about it. So, with that said, go grab your popcorn because I'm gonna say some controversial things, bringing in all the drama. At its core, The Notebook is a classic rich girl meets poor boy love story. Noah and Allie fall hard, but Allie's family tears it apart. Where have I seen something similar to this? I don't know. Doesn't ring a bell. Years later, Allie becomes engaged with the man, but as she gets closer to the wedding, guess who decides to drop on by again? Yep. So the drama, the tension, the very rainy kiss all ensue. But does that mean the romance still hits the same all these years? Well, let's start off with what I liked about the film. The one thing I liked about The Notebook was the cinematography. There were some gorgeously lit scenes during Golden Hour that I really loved. Oh my goodness, I love Golden Hour. I think the film wasn't trying to prove itself cinematically. Unlike many indie films where they try and take every single scene, every single shot as an artistic piece, The Notebook wasn't doing that at all. Instead, it was giving out simple shots because it wasn't trying to tell the story through the camera itself. It was letting the story unfold in front of you. Now, don't get me wrong. Just because these shots were simple does not mean that it wasn't hard to make. It was very evident that the cinematographer and the lighting director worked well with each other. I mean, there was no magic to the shots itself. Most of the time, you get a well-lit scene while using the rule of thirds. And that's all they needed. I do think as indie films become more popular, it adds on pressure to films that would normally not be as cinematically artistic. For example, if you haven't watched my Wicked review, definitely go give it a watch because I discuss how poor the lighting was. I do think it's because there was that added on pressure for this highly anticipated film, so they didn't want to make a mediocre looking film. The pressure to make it look simple just wouldn't do, but simple's okay. So to me, The Notebook did its job. It showed everything on screen that you needed to know, but visuals aren't everything. And just as I was watching it again, something happened unexpectedly. I got bored. I used to love The Notebook. I mean, I watched it like once a year, every year in high school and in college. But this time, I found myself bored. Here's why. The whole movie is just romance. That's it. Like, who's Allie outside the relationships? Besides the one moment where she's a nurse, you don't get anything about her. There's no personal dreams, hobbies. I mean, well, she does paint, but one time. But there's nothing else to her except complaining. And Noah, at least, yeah, he's rebuilding a house, but it's only for the purpose of the love story. So there is nothing part of him. Back then, I watched it with my heart. But you know what? I'm older, I'm wiser, I went to film school, and now I really analyze films. And I just realized this movie's shallow. Love stories totally can be layered and complex, but this one wasn't hitting the mark. While this film didn't hit the mark in the love department, there are other things in the film that also didn't hit the mark, and I would change. Like the elderly scene. Yeah, I said it. Get rid of them. Look, I get it. The whole Notebook thing is Noah reading their love story to his wife who has dementia. But come on, the cutaways were wrecking the pacing. Just as we're getting to the best parts, boom! Back to present day with Noah and Allie going to lunch. These scenes felt like commercial breaks no one asked for. Meanwhile, we're losing precious time that could have been used to help deepen the love triangle. When both men find out that Allie is in love with both of them, they weren't exploding at all. No, instead, they're having simple conversations saying, "You choose. It's your decision. I'm a little hurt, but no matter what, it's your decision. I think if we cut out a lot of the elderly scenes, we would have had a juicier fight scene. Anyways, I just think that her final decision could have been a little bit more gut-wrenching. Like, raise the stakes. So overall, I wouldn't say The Notebook is a bad movie. Like, if it's on TV, yeah, I'll watch it in the background. But I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch it. I guess you can say my romantic era is over. My romantic era might be over, but my reviews aren't. If you like this review, or if you disagreed with me, I know I said some pretty controversial things. Go ahead and drop a comment and let me know your thoughts. And hey, if you're into honest reviews like I did just now, go ahead and subscribe. I post every Wednesdays and Saturdays, and you can turn your notifications on so you don't miss a review. Also, I'm on Letterboxd, so I'll drop that link in the description and you can follow me and see what I'm watching next. All right, that's it for today. Go grab that popcorn or that box of chocolate boys that you forgot to get for your girlfriend for Valentine's, and I'll see you next time.